Hi everybody, Dr. DiCenso here. In order to fully appreciate the process of moving from the state of disease to that of health, it's important to have an understanding of the underlying dynamics. Now, human beings function in three primary realms: the physical, the biochemical, and the psycho-emotional spiritual. Because this last realm is wholly unseen and essentially intangible, I refer to it simply as the virtual realm. Now, unless balance exists among and within the realms, day-to-day life reflects discrepancies in the form of physical ailments, physiological dysfunction, and/or emotional distress. More commonly, imbalance among the three realms expresses itself as a life wrought with fear, doubt, anxiety, depression, and many other possible symptoms of an imbalance in the unseen or virtual realm. Now, technically, the unseen realm includes the biochemical realm as well, but the biochemical realm is far from unseen. There are an awful lot of tools with which to examine and observe the behavior of this realm. The biochemical aspect of the human experience is actually a transitional reflection of the interaction between the physical and the virtual realms. Now, oftentimes it can provide powerful clues as to where the cause of a discomfort is rooted. It may support the suspicion of a technical malfunction or a functional imbalance in one of the other realms. It may also simply demonstrate the result of an emotional turmoil originating in the virtual realm that expresses itself through the biochemistry. These are known as the molecules of emotion. Understanding how to interpret what is seen is critical to making a decision about an appropriate antidote. Now, the physical realm is more clearly appreciated as an individual entity. It appears to stand alone, and reliably it's a testament to our genetics, our environment, and our lifestyle choices. This realm is intimately woven into the fabric of the other two realms, despite its apparent self-governing individuality. Given that the physical body is a means of transportation between birth and death, it functions exclusively in the material realm. Consequently, it is also subject to the linear laws of cause and effect. For instance, if you bump your knee, you feel pain and you may experience bruising, but nonetheless, it remains the ultimate outward manifestation of our thoughts, our behaviors, our beliefs, and our activities. Now, when I first began developing this model of realm consciousness, the working dynamic that initially emerged from my heightened exposure gave rise to the notion that human existence involves far more than just a human body. To thoroughly address the needs of the whole person, it became obvious that I must at least explore, if not understand, all three of the realms. Now, this prototype evolved over a period of years of frustrating encounters with my patients. Now, the patients I saw in my practice were experiencing symptoms that refused to yield to what seemed like an obvious course of therapeutic intervention. Plagued by unanswered questions, I felt overwhelmed. I was fully aware that there could be no question without an answer and no problem without a solution. Nevertheless, how could I possibly know these answers? How could I solve these problems? How could I possibly help these people? Simple questions from my patients continued to plague me, such as, why do I hurt all over? Why am I not sleeping at night? Why won't my headaches go away? More complex issues began to surface, such as, why do I continue to be depressed? Why do I have no energy? Why won't my skin clear up? Why do I just not feel well? Of course, it did not end there. Countless other patients who were suffering from commonplace dysfunctions were simply not responding to anything. There was high blood pressure, low blood pressure, diabetes, thyroid problems, irritable bowel syndrome, diarrhea, constipation and arthritis, not to mention infertility, chronic infection, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, attention deficit disorder, and even acid reflux. As I delved deeper into these problems, a series of caveats or guidelines began to emerge. And these caveats helped me to see beyond the physical symptoms and allowed me to realize that the human experience involved a multifaceted dynamic that included the physical, the biochemical, and the psycho-emotional spiritual realms. Now, the 7 caveats I discovered include the following. Anything can cause anything. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Everything works. There are no panaceas. When all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. When you hear hoofbeats, look for horses. And everything is what it isn't. Now, when coupled with the realization that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, everything in the visible universe becomes suspect. Integrating this fact with the caveats provides us with a tangible model for evaluating any situation or circumstance as well as any condition or any symptom. Now, this model offers the opportunity for us to make sense out of the unresolved issues that continue to plague us. It gives us a means for understanding the otherwise mysterious events seemingly strewn together randomly that we experience as life. It also suggests an explanation as to why the perception of an encounter is often very different from what is encountered. And for me, it provided the framework for engaging the outwardly unsolvable healthcare concerns of a population frustrated with unanswered questions about their relentless symptoms. Therefore, I decided to throw away the book on everything I thought I knew up until this point and begin the process of exploring what all of these disorders had in common. I began to look beyond medicine and explore a new way of thinking about how to turn symptoms into solutions. I hope you join me on this journey as we pull back the curtain on the evolution of suffering in any form and learn how we can become proactive in preventing and eliminating these symptoms. You know, over the years I've treated hundreds of fibromyalgia patients, and they've all asked me very similar questions about living with fibromyalgia. So if you've found this information valuable and you'd like to get the rest of the 20 frequently asked questions, then go to www.answerstofibromyalgia.com. In addition to these videos, I'm going to send you my Fibromyalgia Roadmap, a visual guide to controlling the symptoms and minimizing the discomfort of this disease, including what you should be doing over the next 90 days. This is Dr. Richard DiCenso, and here's to your health.